The fastest ever Volvo is here, and it's the most affordable electric SUV in the Volvo range with the lowest carbon footprint out of any Volvo before. Talk about the perfect hat trick. And how have Volvo managed that? Well, the answer is the Volvo EX30, a perfect combination of old meets new with that signature Volvo luxury, some pretty groundbreaking technology, and for a pretty tidy fee too, because this car starts from just £33,000 and you can find new and used vehicles across the Volvo range at Riverside Motor Group. Starting with the exterior design of the Volvo EX30, and despite this being the smallest electric SUV in the entire Volvo range, it still looks bold when out on the road. It has that very signature Volvo look. Sleek meets luxury. You of course have some very signature Volvo styling with the LED headlights, but overall this is a very new design. It's a very fresh face in the Volvo family. However, it does feel quite familiar, and that I like. With 19-inch alloy wheels, contrasting roof colour dependent on your spec, unique rear lighting design, and an overall sleek look, the Volvo EX30 has ticked all the boxes when it comes to the exterior design of a car. And the same can certainly be said about the interior of the Volvo EX30 because it feels so fresh, it feels so open, despite being the smallest Volvo in its electric SUV range. I mean, just look at this. It's a sight to behold. And despite the very modern look of the interior of this car, Volvo clearly stuck to their roots when it comes to the EX30 because it's spacious, it feels luxurious, but definitely modern for the times. A lot of the materials used inside this car are renewable and recycled, helping this become the Volvo with the lowest carbon footprint. Pine oil has been used to make the upholstery, fishing nets for the inlay mats, and PVC windows make up the dash. And for me, the interior has been crafted perfectly and clearly thought about. Yes, this may be the smallest Volvo SUV you can buy, but the way this car's been laid out allows for so much more space. For example, the glove box, you're probably thinking, where is it? Touch on your infotainment screen and it pops down there. Maybe only small, but you can get what you need to. But you have these deep pockets down here, and a personal favourite, which I think just clearly shows the craftsmanship gone into the X30, is this storage here with two cup holders that slide out. You know, they've not taken up too much room there. So if you don't need cup holders, slide them back, plenty more storage. And if you don't even need that, push it in and you can put more things down here. Perfectly planned. As nice as this interior is, for me the focal point is this 12.3-inch portrait infotainment screen, which actually doubles up as your digital dash, because look, there's nothing there. Where your digital dash would normally be, it's this little box, and that's actually your driver attention alert. So basically, if you take your eyes off the road for too long, then the car will essentially shout at you and go, come on, pay attention. So that's what that is. And you might think, well, if you don't have a digital dash right in front of your eyes, you're taking your eyes off the road. But this is completely customizable and just shows everything perfectly. In the middle, you have your Google Maps, because this car comes with Google built in. Has Google Maps, it can all be voice controlled. Your climate controls are all perfectly accessible at the bottom, including your heated seats, heated steering wheel. You've got dual zone, so your passenger can change it if they want. But in terms of tech and driver's convenience, not included in the EX30, it has Google built in, so you have Google Play Store, Google Maps, and Google Voice Control. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto also built in. You've even got the option of YouTube, so if you are charging up, you can watch YouTube on this nice big screen and pass the time quite easily. And talking about driver safety features, well, it'd be easier for me to say what this doesn't have, because safety and Volvo are two things which go hand in hand. So if you can think of a driver safety feature that's on any car on the market, this will have it. I can guarantee you that. So the interior is something to behold. Has all the convenience tech you need and safety features in abundance. 360 parking camera with self-parking feature, pilot assist, adaptive cruise control, traffic sign recognition, and so on. This is deemed the fastest Volvo ever, and it is one of the safest too. The fastest Volvo today is a pretty bold claim. However, it's true. Now, the EX30 comes with three powertrain options: single motor with extended range, and twin motor performance, with the latter producing a whopping 0-60 time of 3.6 seconds. Some going, if you ask me, for a small-sized SUV. It's one of the quickest out there. Now, if you were to go for the single motor, that still produces rather a respectable 0-60 second time of 5.7. So even if you go for the base spec with the less performance, you're still getting a very quick car. In terms of electric range, well, that spans across the three powertrains from 209 to 295, depending what model and spec that you get. 209, 295, pretty capable going. And you can actually charge the EX30 from as little as 26 minutes. So less time charging, more time driving. Driving this twin motor, the pull off the line is something else. You look at the exterior of this car and you think, oh yeah, it would be a nice drive, nice comfort. You wouldn't think there'd be anything fun about it. Now, this is a right little nippy thing. It's joyous. Yes, it's an electric car, so ultimately they are just that bit quicker because they have that instant torque. You know, as soon as you put your foot on the accelerator, you're going. But 3.6 seconds for a small SUV, it's rather impressive. You don't really relate Volvo to Fast and Furious. It's more calm and collective. But it just shows that Volvo may be going in a new direction. And I think it's a good look for them. I really do. You just wouldn't look at this car and think it would be fun. You would just think, oh yeah, that's just, you know, someone who's winning at life, having a really nice car to drive to and from working. You wouldn't really go, well, bet that's quick. It's a dark horse, this car. Oh, it's like a face melter. Now, if speed's not your thing, well, the EX30 could still be the car for you. Ultimately, it's a Volvo, and Volvos are renowned for not only being safe, not only having that luxury feel, but being very comfortable and practical. I feel that Volvo are almost bragging and showing off their craftsmanship capabilities when it comes to this car. Because I mentioned about the layout, how everything's really user-friendly within reach and distance. The storage compartments and the space in this car have really been utilised to maximise that space. So don't be fooled by the tagline of smallest SUV because it doesn't feel like it. But I also feel that this car should really be high up in the ranks when it comes to Volvo. They should be shouting from the rooftops about it. And the fact it's most affordable. It really shows the direction that Volvo is going and the love and care that they put into their cars, almost like any other brand. Coming into the rear of the EX30 then, and well, all that can be said is the story carries on with the theme of this car, the way that everything's been thought out to maximise that space. There's plenty of legroom. There's not legroom in abundance, but you know, it's a decent amount to be comfy on a long drive. You have two USB-C ports, two little storage pockets. In fact, this one is actually retractable, so you can house more storage in there. But it's even little things like your rear window controls are in the centre, which means you get more space on your armrest. Finish on the seats, exactly the same for the front. It's in a nice upright position. The only thing it's slightly lacking is a pull down armrest down here with cup holders. You are missing them, but I wouldn't say that's necessarily a bad thing because there's still plenty of storage and ultimately it's still a very comfy car. So the Volvo EX30 is the fastest ever Volvo to be produced, with the lowest price tag out of its electric SUV counterparts. 3 spec levels, 3 powertrain options, and 3 groundbreaking titles for this car. It's a no-brainer to give it a try. And if you wish to try out this car, then check out our latest stock and offers across the Volvo range on the Riverside Motor Group website, where you can find your local dealer, contact us with any queries, or book a test drive.